in this moment, I'm start questioning about who is Kak Fani actually. But for Kak Atif, wow.
Since you are more experienced than us, but I really want to, really want to get along with you. I'm so curious about you, about what is RPL and others.
But actually, in my in my place, even for someone who has like the age gap of maybe 20 years, I still call it mas, still call it mas. And here, 4 years is very far. What the hell?
Very far.
New people is not really bad, and I can see it from
Discuss.
this class, from you guys.
Okay. Hello everyone. So today we're going to have a podcast about age gap in college, right? My name is Atif.
My name is Fanny.
My name is Adrian.
My name is Zila and it's raining outside.
Yeah, it's raining outside. And yeah, thank you for addressing the situation here. And we're going to, as you can see here, we have been separated into two groups, the freshman group and the RPL group. So for the context, RPL is the kind of student who have been graduated from diploma before, and we are continuing our study with bachelor program. And basically, we are joining the class with student from semester 1, semester 2, and semester 3
Three,
sometimes.
yes.
And Zila and Adrian here is from semester 1.
From semester 1.
Okay, so without further ado, maybe we should start our conversations. As the laptop says here, our first questions, and it is for opening, we are going to answer it. What is our purpose, or why do we want to continue studying, and what's our goal in the college?
Okay, let me try first. Let me tell you guys my reason why I choose to continue my study, because I want to upgrade my skill, especially in English. I think my skill in English so bad after I have work. So and I never study again. I only focus to do my work, and I think in this time, especially in world of work, so many companies see our education background and where did we are graduate from, and that can be considered to us if we want to looking for a job. And that's why I think I wanna to continue my study, because upgrade my skill and education, it will be useful in the future.
Yeah, that's from Fanny.
Yes,
Okay.
this from me and my
And I
reason.
think because we have already agreed to put some order, and this time this is my time, okay?
Yes.
Okay, for me, I want to continue studying the language in college, because this is very great actually, because I believe that you can contribute to the humankind and society based on what you are known, okay? What you have gotten in the college. Also previously, I have joined several community in Temanggung, and I noticed that these guys can contribute, can give something to the people based on what they have learned in college. And that is something that I think I still missing that kind of point. That's why I want to continue the college, and yeah, hopefully I can achieve that, because I think in the work too, as I'm a former translator by the way, and knowing about the things that we can consider in translation is actually helping my work as well. That means I can deliver the work better, deliver the output better. So that's why I choose to go to UNY to pursue the
Okay, I
English.
see.
Okay, the next, I think based on our order, is Zila. What about you, Zila?
Well, in my case, since I'm a freshman here, and recently graduated from high school. Of course, my first goal is to be accepted in a state university, and thankfully I get accepted to here through a national computer-based written test, or we call it as UTBK last May. And English literature is my dream major because even though UNY is not my dream campus, but that's okay though. I'm still grateful for being here with you guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
And my uni goal is maybe the reason why I choose to be an English literature student is my goal. So the reason why I choose this major as my dream is because for once I watched a movie at the theater, and then when the movie come to end, the others one by one left the studio. Meanwhile, I'm sitting peacefully waiting for the credits. And then I saw the translator's name at the end, and I was mesmerized by that. So I found it challenging and very cool. So I want to be a translator in the future. Well, maybe just that is my goal.
Okay, I hope your dream will become true in the future, right?
Translator is
Yeah.
very good job.
Okay. I think you guys already tell your own story, and I guess it's very interesting. And well, it's my turn now. Okay, I'm a freshman, just as the same as Sila. And honestly, I didn't have a big expectations to be accepted here in Yogyakarta State University at first. Because when I'm in a senior high school, especially in the third class, I was asked my mom about what am I gonna do after I graduate from my school.
Yeah.
And my mom just tell me like, if you want to continue your study in the college, you have to get your scholar first. At this moment, I'm so feeling confused, and I'm start thinking like, either I should to continue my study, or should I just work at this moment?
Yeah.
And I'm really
That's you have to think a lot more.
yeah. If we talk about our goals,
Yeah.
I think my goal is already clear. I really want to be the first person in my family to go to graduate from the state of university.
The reason-
Even my major is not
Something that you want actually.
honestly, yeah.
not related.
Oh, yeah, to the
Yeah,
your
professional
major
high school,
in
yeah.
high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Even my major in high school is very different with my major right now, which
Yeah.
is networking engineering. It's so different, right? And however, I feel much better right here. And the most important thing is I'm so grateful that I'm accepted to my scholar program. Because if I don't think maybe I'm not here right now or something.
It's always emotional if we talk with Adrian actually. Yes.
Yeah.
So after you decided to become a RPL student, do you find any improvement and differences between then and now, knowing that you are now studying in a basic course and you were an advanced course before, like you had some improvement,
Oh, yeah.
but for the first semester in here.
Maybe I think I want to answer this. So for me, I think it went up and down usually. There's nothing much changed in terms of socializing. I don't say that you are not a good friend. It's just that I already have my own circle in Temanggung, and I always come back to Temanggung every week, and they are basically my place to yap about anything. But in terms of academic and the things that you can consider as knowledge, even though those are like basic subjects in a semester one, I can see it more clearly now. Like especially in maybe like in intercultural communication. Now I know the theory by what is it like? Greet Hofstede. Yeah, that's a Dutch. If I'm not mistaken, psycholinguist or psychologist, something like that. And I can understand better. Besides that, I can understand better now about grammar through what we call as intermediate structure, because that's actually one of my weakest skill in English, and I'm grateful that I can learn it here. And this one semester have changed me a lot, has changed me a lot in terms of that. So I think that's what I can call as improvement. As well.
Okay. And for me, based on my experience in this first semester, I found so many improvements. Maybe in some subject that I've already studied before, like pronunciation. But it's okay. Repeating is not bad thing, and I can remind me of the lesson again, and some of subject I've never studied before, like psychogrammar.
Like just orkes action.
Yes, when olahraga ya.
Yeah.
It's very like in lexicogrammar, I can get new knowledge in that course, and the difference between then and now, it's very different in the learn method, and it's more about the situation maybe. Before I have studied with my friend in my own age, but now I'm studying with people younger than me. Yeah.
With me and Adrian,
Yes.
for example.
And I think
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
yes.
Yes,
Younger than me.
You are two
She
years
is
apart.
our-
2 years apart. It's about 2 years apart.
Yeah.
Right?
She's our senior. Okay, that's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay,
How do you see that?
wait. No, I think no. I think now my turn to ask, right?
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. So, second one is. So, as a freshman, what's your expectation of college life?
My expectation. At first, my expectation about college life is that my life is gonna be more fun, like the others too.
This one actually.
Yeah, kan? Yeah.
Yes, right.
That's right.
Yes, right.
It's gonna be more fun.
Yeah.
Like I'm free.
Yeah.
Than my high school. I also expect the course will be more fun, and I will more enjoy it because from the high school subject, since I'm a science major
Yeah.
class at high school, I'm so stressed that I have to think about math in every subject, literally every subject. I've learned about chemistry, biology, math, and physics, but this time I learned something new, and it's far from what I usually learn. And turns out, through this first semester, even when things felt so overwhelming and it was really hard to adapt, I'm glad that my life is going well, and maybe I feel satisfied with my college life so far. The course is fun, my lecturer is also kind and provision in it, so I can enjoy my course as well. And then I got a new friend. I have so many good friends that I feel comfortable with, like Adrian, and then I feel comfortable with you guys too. And then I love my friends so much. I feel grateful for having them in my life. So it kind of fulfills my expectation about college life.
That's all?
Maybe that's all.
Okay. Honestly, it's a bit hard question for me. It's quite different with Sila.
Yeah.
My expectation about college life is I thought that I'd be more active in both class and organizations
Yeah.
rather than myself in a sort of high school.
Yeah.
And but the fact is, even though it's just first semester, our first semester, I already find it difficult to be focused on both of them. And then also I thought that I would be often to contribute or participate in some competitions, but I just realized that it's kind of hard to make it happen, you know.
Yeah.
So basically, what Adrian said, interrupted by that is that.
To
Oh, I
repeat ya.
forgot about that.
No, I mean like I think I can repeat it. Is that he wants even though it's his first semester, Ardian find it difficult to focus on both of them,
Yeah.
both of the college and
And
organization.
yeah, research.
Yeah.
Then about competition itself, I feel that it's easy to get the information, and then I'm going to participate in that competition. But I just realized that it's kind of hard to get information, and yeah, I didn't participate in the competition also.
Not yet.
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet, not yet. Since we are still adapt
Yeah.
from our high school era,
Yeah.
and this is my first time,
Yeah.
our first time for being
A student in university.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's culture shock,
Yes.
which is the part of material from intercultural communication.
communication.
Previously, we already talked about our goals and then reason and then our expectation about college life.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna move to the main topic of today's podcast. I think sometimes I'm just questioning about is there any challenge to communicate with us, which is different age or younger in the class.
Okay. And this one is going to be answered by Fanny,
Okay.
as script suggests.
The challenges, yes, I can find so many challenges, especially in communication,
Communication.
communication
Yeah.
with so many people in this course. As an introvert person, I need a long time to adapting in new circle, even that people don't know my age, with so different with them, and being an introvert person, it's really not good, I think. But in this college, I have to fight it, so I can socialize with many people in this campus, and honestly speak or communicate with new people, it's so hard for me, because I'm so afraid and shy to speak with them. But sometimes I want to communicate with you guys. As usually I speak to my friend before, without seeing my age, and I want you to speak me like you communicate with your other friends. And I really want or so excited to make a friend with you, even our age so different, but you know, age is just a number, right?
Yeah.
In this class, we are same, and I want we be friend without see of each other's age, and please see me like your friend, not your sister, and I think it will be better.
Or younger sister, right?
Yeah.
I feel yoga funny. Honestly, you already did well in adapting
Yes.
with us.
This it's from me.
Yeah, the fact that you are sitting here with us.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, now my turn.
Okay.
Of course, of the time I hesitate to chat with you guys because of our age. I noticed that I'm old. But okay, I'm not that old already, but our age gap is actually pretty high, right? Around 4 years. And I was afraid that I'm becoming a party pooper, to you guys, because
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
No.
Because I always feel that every age category has their own characteristic of conversations, and that's the thing that sometimes I want people to let them talk with people with their own age, and I don't want to interrupt. So yeah, oftentimes I try to be quiet because of that. and that's actually one of the things that challenged me the most here. And also about the class situations. Oftentimes when I go to class, I mean, class G is exceptional, yeah, but a lot of
Gachor class, right? Gachor class.
yeah, that's my class. That's class G.
Thank you.
But when I went to the class from semester 3 and semester 5, it always such a boomer, I guess, such a very suck feeling to see them always quiet, even when the lecturer asks them to say something. I mean, basically, you just need to answer it. But they choose to stay silent. Of course, very different from class G. But I actually cannot talk a lot about this because I only joined with you for one class in this with Miss Gita. But it is the differences that I notice, and that's one of the challenge to have an interpersonal communications with people from younger age. And yeah, I'm still new. I'm still learning.
We are still learning.
We are
still
still
learning
same.
Yeah.
from each other every day.
Yeah, that's the challenge for me. The class and the age gap. Basically. Okay. Now the questions from RPL.
Okay.
I think this is actually some question regarding our age gap. So, did you find it difficult to talk with us at first?
Maybe it will be hard for Mas Atif and Mbak Fani to hear, but yes, of course, I find it very difficult to talk to you guys at first. I'm so confused that I'm not expecting a RPL student here. I was shocked when I found out that about your age, our age gap is not quite. It's really far.
Yeah.
Like one is about 6 years apart, and the other is about 4 years apart. Maybe for you it's not really far, but for me it is far because I respect both of you since you are more experienced than us. But I really want to get along with you. I'm so curious about you, about what is RPL and others. Even though I found it challenging to get along with you guys at first, but I believe that there is something that I can learn from you, from both of you. But thankfully, we get a chance to discuss it like this, and I'm so glad that we became closer than before.
And this is actually what is like weird for me about the college culture. 1 year age, you can consider it as older than you.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, he or she is older, but actually in my in my place, even for someone who has like the age gap of maybe 20 years, I still call it mas, still call it mas. And here, 4 years is very far. What the hell?
Very far.
Yeah.
Very far.
Okay. Now from Adil.
Okay. So do I. I think it's normal, or it's okay to say that I find it difficult to get some information about you guys.
Yeah.
Because know that we're not in the same class for our courses.
Yeah.
I think which makes we as active and as a freshman not that close each other. It makes we're not get more information about Kak and
Do you want to invite me to your group?
You want to. And also I just know that our age gap is quite far lately. And after I knew that, I feel like I have to respect you and select the right words if we want to talk with Kak Atif and Kak Fani. So I think this age gap makes me feel like you're not just a friend, but it feels like you're
More senior.
Yeah, like a senior.
Senior.
You already
Senior.
what?
I'm glad that we are become closer than before. So that's
Yeah.
fine.
Do you feel okay if I say Mas or here call you Mas or Mbak or Kak like that?
But we should have them
Yeah.
with Mas and Mbak. So
Call me
it
Laura.
cannot be separated from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all.
It goes with the flow, I guess.
Yeah.
For now, you can call it mas. I don't know if I become a transgender ya kalau.
That's why I don't get any information about Atif and Kak Fani about your age because we are not talking that much each other.
Should hang out.
Yeah,
more.
that's the barrier for me.
Okay, now the question
Thanks.
from apa?
Then-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Next question from us. Do you find anything different from the student in your year when you are at college, when you reach the diploma before?
Yeah.
With us,
with
the
us.
difference between student in your year and us.
In the class.
Maybe
Anything?
it can be.
Okay, I want to answer with something that is not in the class actually.
Okay.
Well, because I was in COVID and it is diploma, right? 3 years, only 3 years, in which the first 2 years we spent in front of laptop. We talk to our lecturer through laptop. And last year we are basically being thrown into companies to do internship. And I think we did not hang out that much and knows about our college not much at that time. And well, as I've written in laptop in the script, that COVID actually created a false environment about what we learned, and I dare to say that you guys are 100 times better than my friends back then. I mean, like to the point where we gossip about things that feel forced. Like we accuse one lecturer to be allegedly gay, you know, because how he talk, how his gesture is. And looking back, I think it was because, as I said, it lacks of our topic in the college, right? And those kind of topics, very stereotyping and feels very weird and forced. And I think that's the difference between you guys and my friends back then.
So that
And based on me, so far that I can find, it's not really different. We do a lot something. Like we are so excited in the first semester, making a friend
Only
with.
first semester.
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Sorry.
Making a friend with other people's, but sometimes feel confused with the culture on the college because it's our first time as a student in university. That's so different in senior high school culture, and yeah, not very different being a student in my year and us in design.
Yeah, this first semester.
I think like that.
That's our answers. And now about our questions. This is, I think the whole question is basically about talking about RPL, yeah. But,
Yeah.
NPT. We are very NPT actually. What's your first impression of us as an RPL student?
Wow.
maybe for Mbak Fani, the first thing that comes to my mind is like, who is she? A new student in our class? Is she a qualified
She a lecturer
person?
actually. A lecturer in
Why
disguise.
is her vibe more mature than ours? Is she a gap year student? And like the others question in my head. And then I found out from the others about Mbak Fani. They say, you know how old she is? And I was like, there must be something unusual here.
There is an imposter among us.
Yes, I bet she's older than us, maybe about 20 years old or 22. But it turns out Mbak Fani is much older than that.
So far.
And for Mas Atif, the first time I met him when we had our first interaction or conversation class,
Yeah.
while he is introducing himself, I was shocked to hear that you are born in 2002. Oh wow!
2000 already old.
Wow! And I know since our first class that Mas Atif is a talkative person, it is a good point because all what he says it's not about something useless. It's like Mas Atif is a person with a wealth of knowledge, maybe like an intellectual person. It's because he had
Intellectual.
more experience than us, maybe.
That's all.
That's all of me.
Honestly, I'm starting freezing
Thank
right
you.
now.
Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna moving back to the topic.
Yeah, first impression.
I'm going to start for Kak Fani. I think it will be the same like what Zila said. I'm just questioning, but who is he and why Kak Fani is only training with us in some courses, not all the courses, knowing that we are as a freshman.
Yeah.
We are in the same class for all courses, but not for Kak Fani. Nah, in this moment, I start questioning about who is Kak Fani actually. But for Kak Atif, wow, my first impression was like, whoa, this guy is very impressive in English and communication skills, public speaking. And honestly, I barely met someone who has a good communication skills. And after a long time, finally I found
I'm the chosen one.
after a long time, finally I found one of them. And then and okay, at first I'm really curious about Kak Atif. I really want to get some advice, or I want to learn many new things or skills from him.
Yeah.
Because we know that he is more talented or more
not
experienced
Yeah.
experienced person, and it's since then I started to admire him.
Wow.
And it's been a pleasure to meet and work with you, Kak Atif, and Kak Fani also.
Thank you.
Okay, I think
Thank you.
that's all from me. My impression about.
But there's Atif in top Atif.
But Atif talkative.
Sorry, they jokes. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if talkative is suitable for me because oftentimes I'm very quiet.
Nah, you are a type quiet person.
Okay. We're gonna move to the next question.
Okay.
Okay. Feel more respected by the younger classmates, and does that know you? And do you feel awkward to talking to us?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Because if whenever we talk about age gap,
Yeah.
of course it's gonna annoy you, right?
Okay.
You can show.
Okay. At first, yes. Now I still thinking in the same way. But I think I can understand a little bit about your perspective. Older student. Of course, it's very stereotypical actually, but I can be wrong. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. There's this video in TikTok, Instagram that shows student from 14th semester or something like that.
What?
They tend to be very arrogant and always, basically what we call as abang-abangan.
Yeah.
As the typical old student that you will encounter. But I'm gonna say that we are not that kind of student. We're very open, and actually due to that, I'm actually more afraid that you accuse me of that abang-abangan.
Nah.
The another campus.
Yeah, campus donator. Yeah, and I think actually respect is important at the end. In terms of what, but I think it's not forced. It's something that you have to, come from your heart. You have to put it out and come from your heart, and you don't need to bow down to us or something like that. We can still talk to each other, and of course sometimes it's a bit annoying maybe and awkward, because you feel awkward to talk to us, and you feel awkward to talk to you.
Yes.
So it's the same case.
Yeah, it's the same case as
For
any
two sides.
It's one of barriers to make a communication.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's intercultural communication.
Yeah.
But I think we are equal. Actually, we are equal. We are egalitarian. That's the word.
Yeah. We're the same.
That's all.
Yeah, just that.
Okay. If you ask, do you feel more respect? Yes. I think my younger classmate more respected, and I feel it's a little bit annoying
I'm sorry.
because it's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
Because when they more respected of me, in the same time, they make a space because of age. Yeah, and I really not enjoy with that situation. I feel better if they or you treat me like you treat another friend in your age, because I feel I'm still young, right?
Yeah, you are.
Denial.
No, no, no. Yeah.
The old is the number of age, but you can see my face still young, right?
Yeah, I think I doubt that you're in 25 or something. It's, because your face looks very young.
Baby face, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, something I feel awkward talking to you, but not because our different age, but it's more about I difficult and afraid to communicate with new people.
You're an introvert.
Yes, because I'm introvert person.
Me too.
No,
No,
not really, not really.
Okay, the next question is actually from RPL. Do you want to get information about exciting things to do during college from us, knowing that we've been through college before?
Of course, I would really love to know and hear it. I've been so curious about it since the beginning.
Yeah, sure. Go on.
Okay. This is gonna be a full yapping. But I think
It's okay.
Alright, okay.
I think regarding about the exciting things that you can do, I actually write like a whole speech in here about, and you can read it again if you feel lost in your life. But what I want to say that those exciting things actually comes from the whole environment in the college and in the college here. Sorry, which place that you come from?
Bekasi.
Bekasi, ya?
Wonogiri.
Wonogiri, okay. So both of you are not from Jogja.
Yeah.
I'm from Medan.
Yeah, from Medan. I want to say that you should join communities and explore the scene. That's like the main thing that I would say to you to find that exciting things that you can have in college. 4 years, even if you are graduated faster, maybe because you take more courses is a very short time. I mean, like if you take more courses, that means it's gonna be more faster, right? You should explore Jogja and do any kind of activities. Be crazy about it. Be fail 1,000 times, and then you're gonna burn from it. I think Leila Chudoria in his book says that you can die for repeatedly 1,000 times, but you can always get up from it 1,000 times too. And that's the thing that you should do in the college, because this is the time where you can actually explore anything. You can make many failures in your life, and yeah, just do it basically. And not to mention that you are now in Jogja. Jogja is a place where there's so many romanticizations about it. Like Jogja is a place with culture. Jogja is a place that I want to highlight. Is Jogja is a place with a lot of famous people. Maybe like most of them that I know are writer and what is it like the people who work with culture and art, like Putut Ea and Agus Mulyadi or Kalis Mardiasi. They live in Jogja and cities around Jogja. That means you can actually meet them. And how to meet them is basically, as I said, join communities. There are a lot of communities in Jogja, like book club or walking tour. And the people that you are going to meet there is basically one friend away from those famous people. And I dare to say, I guarantee you, those kind of people you will not meet in the college. So I want to say that even though you are what we call askubu-kubu, you just go to the college and then go home. I'm not offending you. I'm not trying to offend you, sorry. But yeah, this is your time to meet them, to join that community. That's gonna be more valuable, I guess, than maybe just spending your time in the college. That's what I want to say. And okay, the last. Okay. Also enjoy the little things that you have here. Even this moment where you are sitting alone in Warmindo in the middle of the night. Those are the experiences that you are actually going to cherish and miss the most when you have graduated. I mean, like for me, it feels surreal and weird sometimes that when I was back then in my 19, when I was still 19, 20, and I'm sitting alone in Angkringan, and see people come back from their home around maybe 8 p.m., As you know, I'm now the part of a city life. That is something that feels surreal, but beautiful, and those kind of moments that give me the vibes of what college is actually.
Okay, based on me, the exciting thing, I think it depends on the person, but the point that I can tell is the difficulties in college. No matter how many excitement you have, or sometimes you dealing with killer lecturer. In my experience, if we have friends who can support each other in the same frequency, it will be handled. In fact, the exciting thing is when we are facing the problem and we have friends on the same frequency and are also confused, so we are confused together. The exciting thing are there. The point is just do your best and enjoy your college. Don't be lazy either. And I think you can join to extracurricular that you think can upgrade your skill, make a friend with a lot of people to make relation. I think it can be useful to future in the world of work. I think so.
Yeah, that's funny. And okay.
Okay. If Katif and Kavani previously already said that what is impression about Katif and Kavani, now we're gonna ask what lessons can you get from us, from the freshmen?
Okay. Wait. Start from Vani, I guess.
Okay. The lesson that I can get is new people is not really bad, and I can see it from this class, from you guys. You're so kind of me. I'm so grateful to join this class, especially in G class. And I can see the positive vibes in this class, because all of you are good people, guys. And I hope in the next semester I can join to your class.
Okay. So it's still G, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna lock into G.
Okay.
Okay. Except if the lecturer is it.
Is it still possible if you guys want to join us?
I think it's still possible.
Yeah, possible.
Okay.
Okay, so for me, what lesson that you can get from you? I think the most important part is that you guys, especially your class, remind me that the spirit of friendship is still exists in college, in which we know that the stereotype of people go to college, they will go there individually. But your class is very solid, and you guys are always joking around and be enthusiastic with every lecture. I mean, no, I mean I cannot say this for your whole class actually, because I only join you for Miss Brita's class, yeah. But Miss Brita told me several times that she's happy to be in your class, and that's as a former teacher. I was a former teacher for 1 year. I can relate to that.
What is your teaching for?
Elementary school.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's still the same.
What subject?
Because what do you call it? Yeah, one of them is English, but elementary school basically you have to know about every subject, right?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I did back then. And actually I'm still very hopeless, as I said in your class, about college student. And but with your class, I think you guys give me the second chance about the college student overall. And I'm actually looking forward for it. And I'll be happy to assist you in the process of your journey in college. I'm not saying that. Yeah, I mean, I'm better than you. I mean, of course, I'm better than you guys, yeah. But not in an arrogant way. I'm saying in a privileged way because we have to address a privilege. You know, it's a privilege of information. I don't want to be like who's the name again? Rio Enzo or who something. Who
Rio
says-
Kentaro.
Yeah, Rio Kentaro. He said that in bahasa Indonesia. Perintis and pewaris, but he's actually privileged, yeah. And I want to
Yeah.
address that. I'm actually already privileged, but there is something that's the kind of privilege that I think I can still share with you guys, and I'll be happy again to assist you. And I want to say that we can grow up together. I don't like how maybe there's a student in semester 1 who say that she want to be like me. I don't like that word. I want to say that you have to be better than me. You have to surpass me, and I think that's like what I can get from your class because you have that spirit, and I believe you can do it. Yeah, yeah.
We're
And
gonna,
yeah,
we're gonna try our best.
you should try. Treat me like your final boss, maybe. You should. Okay, that's because our editor here is already tired. That marks the end of our podcast. I think we have learned a lot from this podcast, and it's good to meet you guys here in this cafe. We can conclude that this is a very good conversation. Yeah. Thank you all for coming, Zila, Adrian,
Yeah, thank
Fanny.
you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for
guys.
listening. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Hey.
Yeah.